Hello, and welcome back to The Witcher Wild Hunt. You may notice I look a bit different. I took the time to do a couple of things off camera. Try out a new hairstyle on Geralt for some reason. Don't actually care for that very much, so once we get the opportunity, we should probably switch back. Also, I can't help but notice I am out of potions, so let's meditate for an hour to replenish those. And basically, where we left off, we were about to go visit Kira Metz to see what her incantation is all about. Presumably just more work.
Why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel, but no.
What's going on here?
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
But nay, the mage, he says, bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
You had something to do with me, so let's find out what you want.
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The cursed isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
Ma'am, curse lifting is what I do. Plus, I have a feeling if we ask any of these questions, she's just going to give us the runaround anyway. Typical sorceress kind of thing.
Alright, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Okay.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you, it might not be the most pleasant experience.
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later, maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Cool. Actually, I have to admit, I accidentally did all this conversation off camera, so I already know these extra dialogue things. It's basically a magical cell phone. Also, I've got the timer once again. Someday, I promise, I will remember to turn that on before we start. Anyway, off to work.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Fyke Isle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
No problem. Quest item, yes. I know how those work, thank you. Alright. Magic lamp. Any ghosts in here? I don't think so. Let's move on. And try not to bump into things. Alright, so. Tower of Mice. Alright, down to the river. Front we go. Have a couple of drowners over there. We'll pay them no mind. pretty sure the boat is close by. Alright, so we get some ghost hunting to do. This should be fun. Ah, there's our boat. Hurry up, Geralt, we don't have any time to waste. So, off we go, sailing away to this mysterious ghost-infested Pike Isle. Something to do with a nobleman. Something to do with rats as well, apparently. Some sinister goings-on, no doubt, before the tower and all its inhabitants were brutally murdered, I presume. The typical kind of things that are worth calling a Witcher in for. Oh no.
Geralt, can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition!
Wonderful.
Of course. Let's take a quick consultation of the map, make sure there's something over here. We'll visit all this afterwards, I think. I mean, we're on a rather important quest right now, and let's try not to be distracted for once. Alright, let's go straight at full speed into the beach. Oh. I thought I heard someone scream. And yet, I am seeing no one there. Alright, and we have rot fiends here. That'll be fun. Whoa! Look out! Oh, that was convenient. He blew himself up. Whoa! Calm down there, friend. Well, apparently I got a perfect parry there without even realizing it. Oh. Look out! Okay. That takes care of them. Oh, there's one more over there. Ow. Come on. Don't make me look bad in front of all the good people. Oh, it's gonna blow. You know, I can't help but wonder.
Are you on the isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear. Great, broke already. Sheesh, short-lived this magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Oh, what do we have here? Celandine. You know, I was so worried that we wouldn't have enough of that early on in this Let's Play, but it seems that there is plenty to go around. Ah, mistletoe. A useful flower, no doubt. Or thorn, or whatever it is exactly that we're taking from it. Ultimately, though, are we seriously overburdened already? We just started. Well, this won't do. How much are we overburdened by? 5 pounds? What did I just pick up? What's this? Wait, you know what? We're just gonna drop it. However much it's worth. Also, what is this in the quest tab? Oh yes, just the Xenovox, which we can't even use, so it's pretty much useless to us. Also off camera, I've been experimenting with some builds, and a really useful one that I have seen is, or tried out, is using, upgrading Igni to get a nice fire stream going. Very useful at setting every enemy on fire, distracting them, rendering them immobile, and just generally being awesome. So, actually, we don't have any skill points right now, but we'll want to invest here in the fire stream. And plus, we've already got a pretty good thing going over here, so why not just upgrade it? Also, something I need to remember to do is farm up some blue mutagens so we can start upgrading there. Because I think we just have either a regular or... I can't remember, because I was playing a bit off camera just to try out some things, and actually made a bit of progress, and on my off-camera play. And also, I might end up being a bit confused for these next few episodes in exactly... Also remember that, Arenaria, because we need that for Hanged Man's Venom, I believe it is. There's something useful Arenaria is used in that we currently don't have. And I completely wasted our fight. Whoa! Come on. Come on. Ow. Alright. Getting just a tad impatient, which is causing me to... Actually, I'm not really doing anything different, am I? And that's probably the real problem. And as I said in an earlier episode, until we're faced with something that really gives us a run for our money, I'm probably going to keep on relying on the good old standby of just rapid click. Okay, I'm getting... You see, I don't really like locking on because I feel it ends up limiting my ability to hop between enemies too much, but when I don't have it on, I find that I occasionally end up just bouncing between enemies without actually finishing any of them off. And even if I'm looking at one, sometimes I end up... Whoa. I end up jumping from attacking one enemy to attacking another one. That's not really happening now, though, fortunately. We seem to have some good crowd control going. Sort of. Alright. I'm definitely being impatient here, and that is costing us. Alright. Enjoy our grilled pork. Loot some delicious monster parts. No, they're not really delicious. We can't even eat them, so I don't know what I'm talking about there. But I also have so many of these mushrooms, which may or may not be any good. I don't really know. We'll find out eventually. I guess if we did more crafting, they'd be more useful. At some point I should probably consider just selling off whatever I'm not using. Bring in a bit of extra cash, get us a bit less weight so we don't have to do quite as much inventory management in order to keep things going here. Which is actually probably a mistake I made. Before venturing over here, I should have found a place to sell off some of the junk we're carrying. No way we're getting in there. We were already in that house. Okay, what else? Anything of interest? Anything at all? Oh, there's some kind of green misty stuff.
Let's try Kira's lamp.
Excuse me, I thought we had agreed the lamp was what we wanted. There we are.
They're on to us. They're not letting Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, like he'd be gobbling meat. We've no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds.
Way's clear, lads. Adam!
Interesting. Also just noticed our boots are apparently broken. Alright, before we actually go into the tower, let's...
Come on!
Take a bit of a look around. Have a couple of rounds of combat here with the local rot fiends, and see if there's any other ghosts. Alright, we're getting a we're doing a bit better here. Not much better, but somewhat. And he didn't go well. But then again, they're all corpses, so... Whoa! Oh, look out! Oh, he dropped some loot. Finally. Okay. Also, an interesting thing I think we should pursue once we're done with this horrible, horrible place is go hunt down the Griffin School gear, since I did that quest off camera on a different file. Well, and it's pretty good looking gear. Not dramatically better than what we're using now, but it is upgradable. So I guess just something good to work towards. The weapons in the set aren't really all that great compared to what we have now, but again, there is room to upgrade, so it's probably a worthwhile investment sooner or later. Alright, we've got ourselves a new fast travel post. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell our stuff now, since we can just quickly fast travel back. That way, let's see, where's the place there's a store? Lindendale? You have a store, don't you? Two stores, in fact, though I don't think the one in the inn will be good for our purposes.
Got anything in?
Alright, we'll have to remember to come back here. What's this? Okay. We'll have to remember this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of these. I know my standard philosophy is to hold on to the gear you get at the beginning of the game, but... Oh, you're already out of money? Come on. Trying to get rid of all my junk here. Well...
Farewell.
Alright. So long. Alright, let's try one more place. Just so we can be fairly... Yeah, we've been there. Let's see here. You know what? Never mind. I don't think we can pick up 30... Hopefully we won't be able to pick up 30 weight worth of gear. Pounds, maybe? I'm going to just randomly assume that's the way I put it here. Alright. Where'd you go? Ow. Oh, actually, we've just been stunned. Huh. Dang it, you did it again. Alright. Any loot? Oh, what's this?
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed?
A good question. Ah, never Arenaria. We'll have to remember this island for this Arenaria, since... Oh, enhanced Hangman's Venom. Excellent. Which is, Hangman's Venom is basically, an oil that boosts your attack against human enemies, which is useful if fighting humans. Okay, will you leave me alone? What do you want? Go away. Blasted flies. Okay. Let's see here. Explore the tower. Use the magic lamp to find ghosts. Let's, I guess, focus on that first of all. And picking up the assorted herbs and other loot that happens to be around here. Always the first... Adventuring 101, after all. Loot the place dry. You want to leave nothing whatsoever. Though all these herbs are probably a bit excessive. We don't need to worry about all of them. And plus, I mean, they grow back. They're not going... Excuse me there, Barrel. The herbs aren't going anywhere. Of course, neither is this loot, but I'm the sort who, once I go through an area, I don't usually visit it unless there's a reason to. And well, actually that's not true. I do, usually when playing off-camera, go explore places just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Is there any other ghosts out here? I don't think so, but let's just make sure we have a full sweep of the perimeter. And even then, I can almost promise you I'm probably going to end up missing at least 1 or 2 ghosts. So, if I do, let me know in the comments so that I can pick them up. You know, mostly for the lore interest than anything else, because I don't think having these is explicitly necessary in order to do this quest.
Didn't come here to ask nicely.
But it does help with, just, I guess, the atmosphere and whatnot.
This place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. I think they're feeding on...
Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Alright. Well, since we're looking for ghosts anyway, might as well use the ghost lantern to help light the place.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
You fools, don't you know? Actually, that is a very good point before I examine this. In a world where it's known that, you know, the unquiet and the, you know, vengeful dead can come back to haunt you, you'd figure people would be a bit more careful, you know, when going to take revenge and whatnot, so as to not, you know, just perpetuate the cycle of revenge and end up creating something possibly worse. Anyway, moving on.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Many? How many people were living on this island? What's that? I hear something at the door? This door? Locked. Something going on downstairs? Ooh, we missed some loot. And as we know, loot is more important. Alright, let's take this back out. Unfortunately, I can't run with the lantern, but that might be for the best. Okay. Alright, who's knocking? What do we have going on down here? Some more ghosts. What are you doing, Mr. Lantern?
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let them out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave them there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
I'm getting a bad feeling about this place. A very bad feeling indeed. I mean, I don't really know exactly what's going on in here, but releasing a bunch of strange-smelling rats does not sound like a good idea. I mean, I'm a witcher, so I'm probably immune to whatever disease has inevitably infested this island, but I feel kind of bad for whoever else ended up coming here. I have a feeling that whatever went down in this tower, no one who came here ended up leaving alive. And there's probably some kind of monster. There's always a monster, really. I mean, a dungeon, or in this case a tower. Well, a tower is basically just an inverted dungeon.
Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Oh, Annabelle actually gets a name. Interesting. Hey there, Mr. Skeleton. Let's see. No loot. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's see here. Did those candles just come to light on their own? I don't know how I feel about that. Well, actually, I do know how I feel. I'm getting an increasingly bad feeling that the higher we go, the more dangerous things are going to become. Oh, hello there. Hi. Hello. Also, because I feel there may be a fight coming up, I don't even have any repair kits. That's not good. Probably should have taken the time to find a smith so that I could repair my armor. Oh well. Oh wait, I think we just picked up some kind of armor just now. And there's not really any reason to go out here any further, so... Well, let's see what we picked up. Some kind of Master Armor's repair kit, 90%. I don't really want to waste that. Of course, then again, what are the odds we're ever going to let our armor get down to 10% or less? So, in any case, we'll just wait a bit. What was that? Did I just knock something over, or was that something over here? Superior beast oil.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it?
I'm not seeing any gold.
Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
Like I said, bad feeling about this place. Can I not examine him? Apparently not. So, he was killed by something in the tower. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, it's you again. Okay, so knocking stuff over, alright. Keeping a messy home. Whoever you are. Ghost. Okay, we're getting closer to the top. You know, for a place a noble lived in, the decor does not seem very, I guess, fancy and noble-ish. Oh, what do we have going on here?
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Sorry for interrupting you there, Kira. I'm sure you won't mind. Alright, I see the episode is probably running a bit long. But, let's go ahead and, I guess, get to the bottom of this mystery before we... Wait a sec. What's that on the map? I'm getting a different... Wait a sec. Is there a ghost down there that I missed? Alright, I'm gonna cut out until we get down there to investigate, and then I'll... If there's anything, I'll go check it out, or I'll keep it in. If not, we'll just get back, I'll just cut in back to where we left.